Success Notes from a Maharishi. Note 8. A mighty way to perceive the world and yourself. Should you see yourself as a hero of life or a speck of dust in this big universe? Once a girl who lived in what is now well known as Sweden in the early 15th century asked me a question about this insight where I was on my mission to help her. Her name was Adina. She was a girl who had no self-esteem and thought herself to be inferior to others. She had been tortured by her own self-assumed inability to be like others and to do what others had been doing. She thought that God had made her that way and that all were different as far as their potential was concerned. She believed that she was different in a way that she saw herself as a bad version of others. In reply to what I had suggested to her, she asked me, "Maharishi Yaj, I already see myself as an inferior product from God, a defective piece. But you suggest that I see myself as a speck of dust and to ever carry that humble feeling in my heart. I don't understand. Would not that hurt me even further?" I asked her, "How do you feel about yourself? Tell me again." She replied sadly, "I see myself as a worm." I said, "How about the people around you? Do you respect them and treat them properly?" She said with sudden excitement, "Why? I have always respected them, treat them well, I love them, and I cherish the nice relationship with them." I said, "You don't have problem with people, but with yourself, with your self-image." She said, "I don't understand, Maharishi. What should I do?" I said, "Let me give you the complete insight that I have come here to give you. Then you will understand what I mean by thinking yourself as a speck of dust and that it doesn't mean to think yourself as inferior to others, not even remotely." She said, "Please do so." I said to Adina, "What you do is you always stay humble with people. But on the flip side, you always be like a brave princess with your life's challenges, testing times, hardships and your hurdles. You already have one half of the coin. I mean, you already see and treat people well regardless of their nature. That's the humility part. This is not as easy as it sounds, but it is the way of higher beings. For you to transcend to a superior level, you have to change the way you have followed. No other way. That's thinking of yourself as a speck of dust in the grand orchestration of the universe and knowing that no one can reign ever, that life is very short compared to the eternity of cosmos, and saying, open quotes, let's live happily without pride or superiority feeling or fault finding or arrogance or egotism, etc. Close quotes. The other piece of the coin is the superhero image that you must incorporate immediately when it comes to tackling your hard as steel challenges, threats, difficult problems, etc. Here you don't think of yourself as a speck of dust with no powers. That will not help you. The more difficult the situation, the tougher will be your belief and your opposing forces to your obstacles. So Adina, cultivate the second part of the coin and your life will never be the same again. Start believing in yourself. You have the same natural reservoir of greatness in you that everyone does. You are not inferior and will never be, but be humble with people as you have always been. Now Adina is one of the female equivalent of rishis, and she serves many worlds through her mission. Humility is part of thinking yourself as a speck of dust, while others think high of themselves in an egoistic way and cause havoc due to their pride, arrogance, domination, superego, pompousness, etc. You function from the knowledge that things are fleeting and what we fight for today, proud of today, cheat others for today, hurt others for today, express our superiority for today, will all be nothing even just 50 years from now. When you see yourself as a speck of dust, you see in the grand scheme of things. The Sutra. With people, see yourself as a speck of dust, and with your challenges, see yourself as a hero, a mighty hero, and a master. People reverse this. They fight with people and become humble and cringe with their challenges when they put an appearance. Battle bravely with your problems and be humble in a noble way with all your relationship with people, no matter what they are made up of. You see, you yourself, the folks around you, and this whole universe are nothing but a divine manifestation, and that you can't claim any ownership or mastery over them. In that sense, you see yourself as a speck of dust, just as others are. You now say, open quotes, if that's the case, why all the am I powerful or are you powerful, or am I beautiful or are you beautiful, etc. Close quotes. We rishis are the toughest when we are on our mission, but we consider ourselves as nothing when compared to the whole story of God. The truth is, when you think yourself as a speck of dust, what happens right away is a kind of humility surrounds you, and that gives you a kind of spiritual power. You join both the pieces and you will possess a powerhouse of life.
Thanks for listening to this podcast. If you like what you heard, please leave a rating on iTunes or wherever you found this. Visit blog.successparkpublishers.com for books and materials which help your dreams become reality.